To improve any system, whether you are trying to lose weight or run an industrial factory, the universally accepted first step is to measure its output. Imagine a factory floor where management decides to set a strict performance target: reduce machine downtime. To ensure everyone takes it seriously, employee bonuses are tied directly to hitting that specific number. At first, the plan works flawlessly. The reported downtime drops to near zero, and the project dashboard lights up bright green. But down on the actual floor, the physical reality is contradicting the data. Defective products are shipping to customers, and the machines themselves are quietly degrading. On this line graph, the green KPI line shows success, while the red system health line crashes. Workers game the metric, avoiding logging breakdowns and doing rapid resets instead of real maintenance. They keep running, churning out defective garbage to save their downtime score. The logical attempt to measure and reward success actively caused the system to collapse because the metric itself became the only goal. This specific systemic failure is a recognized rule in behavioral economics known as Goodhart's law. The law states, when a measure becomes a target, it ceases to be a good measure. This diagram illustrates the problem. On the left is a KPI proxy. On the right is reality, a multidimensional system. The moment a single number judges success, people abandon the messy reality, redirecting all effort to optimize the simple proxy. This metric gaming isn't necessarily malicious. It is a completely predictable human response to systems that reward the map rather than the territory. And this behavior escapes the factory floor. It infects absolutely every aspect of modern life where numbers are tracked. Tell a student their only goal is a high grade, and they will learn how to memorize multiple-choice exams while entirely failing to understand the actual subject material. Tell a company that employees are judged by the sheer volume of projects completed, and you will get a flood of low-value, easy tasks finished, while the complex, vital problems are completely ignored. Tell a digital creator to optimize strictly for algorithmic views, and they will abandon genuinely useful content to produce pure, manipulative clickbait. Tell someone their fitness depends on hitting exactly 10,000 steps a day, and they will aimlessly pace their bedroom at midnight just to hit the number, missing the entire point of holistic health. This dynamic adds a dangerous layer of complexity when tracked metrics start dictating serious consequences, a related concept known as Campbell's Law. Campbell's Law warns that when quantitative indicators are tied to high-stakes decisions, like corporate bonuses or critical funding, the metrics become actively distorted by the pressure. As the stakes attached to a single number increase, the trustworthiness of that number plummets. High-pressure environments inevitably become breeding grounds for data manipulation. To defend against this human instinct to optimize, we have to engineer better systems. The golden rule of modern system design is that you can never rely on a single, isolated KPI to evaluate the success of a project. In project management, relying solely on an outcome metric like 95% of tasks completed is a dangerous trap that invites your team to cut corners. Look at this dashboard. Progress metrics must pair with counterbalancing indicators. This central task completion dial physically connects to quality, safety, and cost. If a team artificially inflates completion, connected metrics immediately snap red, flagging the distortion. True management requires protecting your actual goal from the tyranny of the metrics you use to track it. Data and numbers are strictly tools meant to serve our objectives. The moment we start working for the numbers, the system has already failed.